Welcome back, Doug Pagitt Radio, broadcasting live out of the Twin Cities on AM 950, the voice of Minnesota, and over at DougPagittRadio.com. This segment brought to you by Social Phonics. Social Phonics, learning the language of social media. January 13th, that's a Thursday. That's a week from this Thursday. Social Phonics is going to be providing a one-day, 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. boot camp for teaching people and businesses the use of social media, Facebook, Twitter, blogging, social broadcasting, all of those things going on over at socialphonics.com. Doug Pagitt here, one of your trainers for that program. So join us on Thursday, January 13th in South Minneapolis for a training day for the Social Phonics Boot Camp. We'd love to have you join us. You can find all information that you need at socialphonics.com. That's like hooked on phonics. The word social and then Phonics, socialphonics.com. Join us and learn all you need to know for your business, for your nonprofit, for your church, for your startup. Some of you in 2011 have said, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to break the mold. I'm going to get out and I'm going to start something new. I'm just taking the arbitrary nature of us establishing January 1st of every year as being the new year. Yep. And I'm just going to start over again, and I'm going to make some promises and some resolutions. And some of you have decided that you're going to take that step. You're going to start your own business. You're going to start your own project. You're going to do something, and you've said, I really need to figure out how to use social media to do that. Well, Social Phonics is your answer for your training and what it takes. $125 for a one-day workshop.
Wow.
Might sound like a lot.
Nah.
But if your business isn't worth $125, it isn't going to work. No, I'm just kidding. It's worth $125. You may not need to give it to us. But if you do, we guarantee you that your investment will pay off over there at socialphonics.com. Hey, if you've got input for the show, give us a call, 952-946-6205. All right, let's talk a little bit about New Year's Eve. Let's talk about what this New Year's thing is. I actually think that next to Christmas and Easter, the two big high holidays, New Year's is a great folk religion or folk holiday and religious holiday. That really New Year's is a big deal.
Yeah.
Because part of the narrative of Christians that I would advocate, and for other religions I'm sure they would too, is there's a sense of starting afresh.
Yeah.
There's a sense of looking back, taking account, understanding your life, how have things gone, and then moving forward deliberately. It's what in some of our traditions we call repentance, where you look the direction you're going and you say, I want to go a different direction. I want to change my way. I want to go this way rather than that way. I want the outcomes to be other than what they have been for the last year. Now, I would suggest that for all of us, every day is New Year.
Yeah.
Right? That the only thing that makes the New Year important is that we've decided in our calendars to make the year change on January 1st. But some people go by a school year.
Sure.
So they're in the middle of it. Some people go by a fiscal year. In fact, I was chatting with a fellow that I play basketball with on Friday. This was on New Year's Eve. So it's 7 in the morning on New Year's Eve, the 31st of December. And he's talking to another buddy about his business, and his friend said to him, how's your business going? And he said, I think this year's really turning around. Which caused me to put up a Facebook status update midday on the 31st to say, I think if I really set my mind to it, I can still pull 2010 out. I think I can still make this thing work for me. But what he was talking about was that their company runs on a fiscal year that starts in October.
Right.
So I'm just acknowledging the fact that there are other ways that you could organize your life, and there's nothing magic about the 1st of January, other than we agree in this world that we're going to mark that as a significant date. But there's something important about that. There's something meaningful about being able to say, this year, I'm going to live my life in some particular way. So we'll ask the new guy first and then the sidekick. Do you have any big plans? Do you have any big goals? Do you have any big objectives for 2011? And then we'll check back in with you on 2012 if the creek, if God is willing and the creek don't rise, and see how it went. So new guy, you want to go first?
There's some big plans in store, but as far as resolution-wise, probably to lose the 5 pounds I put on laying around being sick, eating chocolate-covered pretzels the past week. My dear daughters, it was the honey-roasted cashews and the chocolate-covered peanuts for Christmas gift. Wonderful stuff, but it's almost like aversion therapy by this point.
That is fantastic. Now, any big goals, any big things happen in 2011, things that you've said to yourself, I think 2011 is going to mark this difference for me? Are you that kind of guy?
I mean, in years past sometimes, but no, I think the better way to go is just to try to do the best you can every day.
Yeah, isn't that true? Isn't that true? Like the older you get, the more you're like, I got to quit making those big promises. Especially when there's some sort of partying going on New Year's Eve. That's the wrong time to be making promises. All right, Sidekick. What about you? You got a resolution? You got a plan?
Hey, I'm really a big freak about that.
You're into this.
I'm really into the resolutions. I love the new year, the clean start. I totally agree with you that it's like should be a spiritually focused, thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
what do you got? So what are you doing? Or are you just big into the notion of it, but don't actually have any?
Well, yeah, that's part of my resolution to change that. But no, I'm
going to take my resolutions far more seriously. By 2012, I'm going to be ready.
No, but just looking at like all areas of my life and choosing, a few of those things to focus on, with health, and then and of course I know this drives you crazy, but I'd like to have a greater communion and connection with God this year, and so there's some things that I'll be doing to try to facilitate that. And then also one of my resolutions, to lose weight. That's what the health thing,
Oh yeah, you're going to lose weight.
I'm going to lose weight.
Should we weigh in today and then weigh in on the 12th?
We could.
2012. All right, somebody run us a scale over here to Valley View Road.
We'll give you a book if you
62. We'll give you a book. I'm telling you.
Right.
Or just call us in and guess his weight. 952-946.
And then also to be more entrepreneurial. I got a couple of things that I've been wanting to launch, and so.
And you're going to make it happen this year.
That's right.
Yeah. All right. Well, I have a couple of those as well. I would like for this radio program, I'm going to start there. For this radio program, I would like for our video streaming of the radio program, which we do over at DougBadgerRadio.com, YouTube and Ustream. You can subscribe to it. You can watch the show. You can see us start the show wearing velour and be down to T-shirts by the second segment if you wanted to. We want that to work every time this year.
Yeah.
Every segment, every show. That's kind of a big goal.
Yeah.
It's kind of a big goal. And I heard this Rummy quote, 13th century poet, mystic. Speak a new language so the world will be a new world. 13th century he said that. I'm going to try that in 2011.
You're going to learn a new language?
Speak a new language. Well, and I don't mean that I'm just going to learn one that already exists. I want to create new languages.
Sure.
I want to create new words. I want to create new ideas. I want to make another world by the creation of something newer and better. I think that's a good thing. Now, what are we going to call it here on the radio program? Because we need to decide this now.
Okay.
We're going to decide in this segment. Are we referring to it as 2011? Which to me sounds like people that say at the Chipotle, I want that with guac. It's like calling cucumbers cukes. What, people don't have time to say the whole word? I can't stand the shortens. I can't stand the abbreviations.
Yeah.
I mean, I do say ASAP sometimes, but it's, I'm more common to say as soon as possible. I don't care if it's so 2011 doesn't ring my bell. I like 2011, but what do you think? What are we going to do? New guy, sidekick?
Well,
what's our committee call here?
Here's the 411 on the new year.
Okay.
I believe the most common broadcast pronunciation will be 2011.
2011.
Yeah,
that's what all the broadcasters are saying.
I agree with that. 2011, that's just too wordy. I'm bored already saying it.
So if I'm going to run the big time, if the show's going to hit the big time, I got to go with the standard, with the radio broadcasting standard, 2011. Broadcasting 2011. From noon till 2, this radio program. But today, we're going to be back here with Carla Barnhill. She's the curator of the Mommy Revolution and soon to be the fulfiller of her resolution in 2011 to be the advice giver on Good Morning America. Come on, Carla. We're going to be back with Carla Barnhill here after the break on AM 950, the voice of Minnesota, and Doug Pagitt Radio, religious radio. It's not right.